Hello, 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 and welcome to this midwinter practice called Generous Breath. This practice is to circle our attention closer to the present moment, because what better place to be generous from than from the present moment? So, why the generous breath? Well, it's the gift that keeps on giving. It's that constant flow of giving and receiving breath flowing from your body into the environment and back in again. And with all things generous, we want to make sure that we are giving and receiving within our limits. And that is the frame of comfort from which we can give generously. So, with that said, we have two parts of this breathing practice. The first one is with touch and visualization to come in contact with the breathing body. And the second part will be a more controlled and choreographed breath. This is where you get to choose to adjust the length of the breath, or maybe even let go of that controlled breathing altogether if you start to feel a little overwhelmed. If overwhelm comes, which is super normal and totally fine, but if that does happen, maybe this practice is not the right thing to do in this very moment, or adjusting the breath, or adding a scream to the exhale just to express that overwhelm into the void. All is welcome. So with that said, let's find a comfortable seat. So finding a comfortable seat, sitting with your back against the wall or the back of a chair, so that your body feels supported and you don't have to support the body in this moment. And close your eyes or soften the gaze. As you settle in, you can place your hands on the lower part of your rib cage with your fingers pointing back. So I'm turning my hands, fingers pointing back, thumbs pointing forwards. Relax the shoulders, bringing your attention to your breath, the breath that's already there. Just feeling that movement of your breath into your palms. That gentle expanding and softening with each inhale and exhale. Imagining the lower part of your lungs filling up and letting go with each breath. Slide your hands up onto the top of your chest, fingers pointing in, and thumbs wrap underneath your armpits. Let go of your shoulders, again, the arms. Feeling into the breath here. Notice what you notice in the quality of movement, and the quality of presence you feel in the breath, moving into your hands. And then slide your hands up onto the tops of your shoulders, Let go of the shoulders, let go of the arms, let the weight of the arms gently pull the shoulders down. We're feeling into this upper part of the lungs. It might be more subtle here, that expanding and softening with each breath. To then release the hands by your sides and feeling that whole three-dimensional movement of the breath, expanding outwards, backwards, forward, sideways. And softening whatever wishes to soften here around your shoulders, in your face. Coming into a more controlled breath, start to count the length of your inhale and exhale. And if one part of the breath is longer than the other, you can go ahead and lengthen the shorter part of the breath one count. So let's say that your inhale was 3 seconds and your exhale was 4. You can lengthen the inhale to 4. And if you have space, if you have capacity, you could go ahead and lengthen it one more count. If both parts of the breath are equal in length, you can go ahead and lengthen both parts one count. Slowly making our way up to a 5-5 ratio. 5 seconds inhale, 5 seconds exhale. But if you at any point start to feel strained in the breath, that might be a sign you're giving beyond your capacity. So then shorten the breath back 1 or 2 counts. To feel yourself breathing within your limits. And continue this breath a little while longer, starting to notice the peak of the inhale just before the exhale begins. Really feeling into that micro moment between the inhale and the exhale. And taking your next few breath cycles as if you would smell something delicious through your nose. after your next inhale, you can start to relax the breath, slowly letting the breath return to a new natural rhythm. And as you settle the breath, see if you can invite a little more of your current experience to take up a little more space. As if you're softening the expectations around what you should or could or would feel or be. Softening the edges of your being. And softening within your generous limits. Wiggle some movement into your fingers, your toes, into your hands and arms. Stretch your arms away from you and take a deep breath. Greeting this moment into the next. Open your eyes when you feel ready to re-engage. Thank you and